You make good decisions. There's something called decision fatigue, where the more stuff I add, we think the busier I am, the better I am. I'm moving, I'm hustling, I'm doing all this stuff. Look how maxed out I am. Just because you're busy, it doesn't mean you're being productive. Those two things are not synonymous. So often people think leaders keep adding. No, you know what good leaders do? And this is what, again, I've learned. They take out of that bathtub. They take out. What can I do less of so I can be exceptional at the other things I do? Really great example. This is public knowledge, so I can share it. President Barack Obama, he had 30 of the same suits. Why? Why do you think? 30 of the same exact suits.
So he didn't have to make so many decisions every day?
Yeah. He didn't want to sit and figure out what he's going to wear. It's a decision he didn't have to make. That keeps his bathtub light. Think about all the decisions he had to make every single day. I want a light bathtub. Boop, take that thing out. Lighten your bathtub. So when you're overthinking and overanalyzing and trying to process all this stuff, you are maxing out that bathtub. So how can you perform? You don't have infinite resources. You do not have an infinite cognitive load, and you do not have an infinite emotional load. Don't keep adding. Your job is to take out so that the things you do exceptionally well. And you're much more emotionally stable.
I think maybe one of the reasons why people are tempted to go back is they think that if they go back into their history and understand things, then they can change something in the present that's going to change their future. So they think, if I can figure out why I'm low confidence, what happened to me, then I can do something today which is going to change tomorrow.
So I guess I would say, and again, I would see this from, I've done hundreds of mentor sessions. I would tell them, where are you right now? What do you do now? And what do you want to change now?
So I'm low confidence. I move through the world as if I'm trying to not take up too much space. I feel like people are rude to me, and I just have bad luck. I have bad luck with men. I'm pretending I'm a woman. I have bad luck with men. And I just feel like people don't respect me enough. And also, I just feel like I don't get the credit I deserve. I see everyone around me, Evie, getting more credit for doing less work.
Okay. So this is great. So this is probably a person that you cannot help, number one.
Why?
Because everything's bad. Everything is bad. And you'll get those from time to time. You get those. Everything's a problem. And if I think everything's a problem, right now, if you get that persona, which it does exist, it's you get them, that person doesn't want a solution.
Really?
Nope.
What do they want?
They want me to validate how they feel.
They want someone to validate how they feel. And here's the deeper truth behind that. Validation isn't about agreeing, it's about being seen. Humans don't crave perfect solutions, they crave acknowledgement. The moment someone feels understood, something inside them unlocks. Their defenses lower, their breathing changes, their mind stops racing long enough to hear what comes next. Because when a person feels invisible, they protect themselves. But when a person feels understood, they open themselves. Validation tells someone, you're not crazy, you're not weak, you're not alone. And that message is powerful. It gives people emotional permission to calm down, to reflect, to think clearly instead of reacting from fear or anger. Why does this matter? Because emotional validation does something logic never can. It restores dignity. When someone says, I get why that hurt, or I see why you feel overwhelmed, the other person feels grounded. Their nervous system relaxes, their thoughts organize, their worth is reaffirmed, and the benefit is huge. They become more open to solutions. They stop fighting you and start connecting with you. They can finally take the next step forward. That's why validation matters. Not because it fixes everything, but because it gives someone the courage to face what hurt them in the first place.
That's what they want. They don't want a solution. If everything's the problem, think of it this way: if every bar I get into a fight, it's not the bar. So when someone's like, I have this problem, they're so set in who and how they are, they want to stay there. Often people do want an audience. Often people do want to be told, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad that happened to you. Sometimes too, when bad things happen to us, we get a lot of attention as a result. Let's say something really horrific happens, and I've seen it with somebody maybe who had a severe illness or lost a loved one. When you're dealing with something like that, what happens, right? Immediately people come to you. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. They're there to support you. So you get this bombardment of attention. You feel good. But then eventually people move on with their lives. And then you get addicted to, where did all that attention go? I want some of it. So what do? I look for something else to be a problem so I can get more empathy, more sympathy, more attention. And so there are people that get stuck in that cycle. Good people. I know good people who get stuck in that cycle, but I'm also aware of them because every time I speak to them, something's not right. I can't help them. I don't even bother trying to help them. One, they don't really ask me. And so I'm very aware. I don't give unsolicited advice. It's wrong. It's not my place. And if they want it, they'll ask. And then even then, I'm always very aware, is this even going to land on this person? Because I'm coming back to me, my bathtub's full. So I can't really invest all that energy in you if it's, I don't mean it to be cold, but if it's a waste of time.